I'm not black, I'm not black.
Pardon?
I said, I'm not black.
You're not black?
No.
Interesting. So what exactly are you?
Hi guys, welcome to another video. It's Ndagire here. Thanks for coming. Always for the subscribers, thank you so much for your time. I always appreciate it. Today's video is something that I would say if you've never seen Delusional, this is a perfect video for you. I mean, I can be crazy to know this kind of extent because this person is on a different kind of a planet. So we have this Somali man who is saying they are not a black person or they are not black. And what was funny about the things he said before I get into the video is if he's walking on the road, he expects women, girls or whatsoever to be like, oh my God, look at that handsome light-skinned man. But yeah guys, watch this clip, come back and let's talk about it.
I'm black, I'm a black Somali man, but my partner over here doesn't agree with me.
Really?
Yeah.
So
I'm not black, I'm not black.
Pardon?
I said, I'm not black.
You're not black?
No.
Interesting. So what exactly are you?
No, like if I was walking down the street and a girl to see me, they should go, oh, look at that sexy light skin.
Yeah, but light skin.
I don't think they say, look at that sexy black man. I think if they saw Ace, they'll say, oh, that's a sexy black man.
Yeah.
But if they saw me walking, they say, oh, that's a sexy brown skin or light skin.
But my point is, regardless if they say that's a sexy light skin, that's a sexy whatever. So to take away from that and say I am not black,
yeah,
that doesn't make any sense because if you're not black, then you must be white or Asian or Latino.
What do you see when you look at it? Because this is black.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm the same color as my trousers. I would say I'm fairly fair-skinned, a bit lighter in shade. So I wouldn't say I'm black necessarily.
Respect.
I'd say if I'm filling out a passport form and they say, are you black? I say, they haven't given me much options, so I'll pick black.
This man was saying he only identifies as a black man when he's benefiting into something. If it's time to fill in a passport to go to America, he's fast to be a black man. It's something we need to start calling people out with. Like, this man is not something to be laughing about. Yes, the video was hilarious to me because I didn't even take him serious, but you shouldn't come on the internet, on the platforms, and talk about how you only want to be a black man, a black person, when you want to benefit into something.
Respect.
But I would say I'm brown.
Obviously, when it comes to saying that you're black,
Yeah.
there are different phenotypes, right? One of the phenotypes is called negroid, which means that you're black. And you have Caucasian, and then you have Asian. So if you were to be put into one of those phenotypes, you would be put into the negroid, which is black.
Okay.
So obviously there's different shades within being black.
Yeah.
But essentially, you would be categorized as black.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? So then is it you saying that you're not black, that you're brown? Why do you want to move away from being in that particular phenotype?
Yeah. It's not the fact that I want to move away from being black. It's just what I identify myself as.
As brown?
Yeah, I look at myself in the mirror and say, that's a handsome brown fella.
Yeah.
Not to say there's anything wrong with being black.
Yeah. Is there something within the culture, within the Somali culture, that makes some of them think that they're not black?
Yeah, a lot of them are confused in terms of what they really are, because they'll switch up one day.
Yeah.
I've got uncles that say one day I'm black, see them next week I'm Arab. It makes no sense to me.
So obviously you went viral for speaking about the ethnicity of Somalis and you basically saying you're tired of them saying they're not black. What led you to make this video?
It's because I was having an argument with my friend and we were arguing about if Somalis are black. He was saying, yeah, I'm not black, I'm Somali, like you can be whatever you want, ratata, ratata. Obviously, I thought, you know what, I'm tired of this, let me bring this TikTok. That's my honest opinion.
Yeah. I want to touch on what you just said. He said, I'm not black, I'm Somali.
Yes.
So is Somali like a different race?
I think it is now. I think nowadays, Somalis identify as being Somali. And I feel like that's something we need to change. As a Somali, I feel like we're black. I feel like we should be proud of being black.
Yeah.
And I think we should support each other.
Wow.
I'd get cancelled if I said what he said.
Okay.
But he said things about just he doesn't like being black, or he doesn't want to be known as being black.
What's the negative connotation with being black?
He thinks black is a character. That's what he thinks. That's what he was saying to me.
And what's the black character?
No, he said black was a behavior.
Black was a behavior. That's what he
That's
said.
what he said.
So what's the black behavior?
It didn't make sense. That's why he done that video, because it don't make sense. How can black be a behavior? How can it be a character?
You said that you're brown. You're not black. Is that because you also believe that black is a character or a behavior?
No. I don't believe. I just think because there's a lot of people that are from different parts of the world that, in my eyes, could be considered black. I think black just fits. If you're black, you're black. I look at myself, I don't think I'm black. Yeah, I went through the comments of that video and they were saying stuff like, we're not black, we're Arab. And then people responded to that saying, how can you be Arab when Arabs don't claim you as their own people? They call you slaves, stuff like that. Some Somali were saying, we're African, we're not black. Some were agreeing with A saying, yeah, we are black. You know, so, but the backlash was mainly the two topics as either we're Arab or we're African.
Do you think that there are those people that think that way, that they are ashamed to be called Africans?
Amazing question. I don't think they are ashamed of being called African. I just think they don't want to be named.
They just don't want to be black.
They just don't want to be.
I think they just don't want to be grouped, I think.
They don't want to be grouped, yeah.
There's probably just those that don't want to have this whole topic about, are we this, are we that? So they just want to say, as simple as, I am from where I am, which is Somalia, so I'm Somali.
But that's absolutely fine to say, I am Somali. But then when you take it and say, I'm not black.
I'm brown, like, that doesn't make sense.
It's just very confusing to a lot of people. And I think this is why this conversation's been going on for so long. In your video, you said, let the police in America decide if you're black.
Yes.
What did you mean by that?
If the police was to stop any of us, me or him, we're black.
Okay.
So they're most likely to do something. They'd shoot me. And they'd shoot you. They wouldn't care if you're brown.
No.
They'd focus on you, but you know, there's a black man and I'm going to take advantage of a black man. They wouldn't let you go.
I do understand his point on that. Yeah. They would say, you know what, they are all black. I get where he's coming from, but I still would identify as brown. Whether they identify me as black, that's up to them. But I know black, I'm brown. Life is not as simple as black and white.
When it comes to race and ethnicity, it kind of is as simple as that. It's either you're black, white, Asian. Do you know what I mean? You have like your Latina, those type of things. There's not brown. That's more like a skin tone, like more of a complexion. So for some people, those Somalis that say I'm not black, I'm brown or whatever, you're black because, well, in my opinion, of course, you're black because if someone was to see you, that's a black man. No one would say that's a brown man. That is like a subsection within black.
Okay.
It still sits under the umbrella of being black. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you can't just say, I'm not black, I'm brown.
But Somalis have opened their whole category for themselves.
Yeah.
And Somalis want to be
their own subject.
Black, white, Somali.
Yeah, that's exactly the way it seems now.
It's the same way in the time of the African Cup, where there is this woman from Morocco who came and said the black community is trying to claim Morocco. It's us who are forcing ourselves on them. But the thing is very simple. If you guys don't see yourselves as African people, leave Africa for the people that want to be African. We have a lot of our brothers and sisters in the diaspora, in the Caribbean, that would die, that would do anything to come back in the motherland. Why don't you just go and, be with your people that you probably want to claim you, like the Arabs? You guys wish the Arabs would claim you, but they don't. I mean, even when you go to their countries, you're treated as slaves. Yeah. You're not given the benefits of being an Arab when you go to their countries. So where do you guys fall? You don't want to be African, you don't want to be black, you don't want to be, part of anything related to be black. The Arabs don't claim you, the whites don't claim you, but you still want to come in the black community when it's time to benefit.
I don't understand the people that say Somalis are not black. Yes, you are black. In fact, let the police in America decide if you're black, yeah? Wallah, I clock Somalis, yeah? Us Somalis, we actually have an identity crisis. Because one day we're not black. Like I'll be chatting to one of my Somali friends. He'll be like, yeah, he's black. Then I'll look at my other friend. He'll be like, no, I'm not black. Nigga, why are you then? Don't say the M word. Don't even say it. And do you know what as well? Yeah, it's the darkest Somalis that say they're not black. It'll be the dark ones. It'll be the dark ones. No, I'm not black, bro. I'm not black. You know what? Yeah, who cares? Who cares if you're black or not?
Wallah, who cares?
Actually, if you want to see the full video, go in the description. The link is going to be there for you to go and see this kind of craziness. And I mean, you heard what the man had to say. They prefer being light-skinned. They prefer being called brown because they see themselves as brown and never as a black man or as a black person. And I must say, ever since I came on the internet, I've always been saying, not like to generalize, but most of the people in Northern Africa, even some East Africans, they don't see themselves as black people, which is crazy. Watching this video, I was cracking up the whole entire time. I was laughing and in shock with every statement that was coming out of this person's mouth. It was ridiculous. The friend told him, oh, if you don't see yourself as a black man, maybe the police of the Western countries can really show you who you are. I don't think when this person also goes, let's say, to Asia, they will see him as a light-skinned person. They will see him by the features and how he looks like immediately as a freaking black man. Is Somali another race or group of people? Like, I don't understand that. And it's like these people don't want to associate with blackness because they feel like it's a negative kind of a word that represents, you know, dark-skinned people. Like they never want to be put in a box where there's dark people like myself. And it's like they do that to separate themselves from the sub-Saharan people, you know, like the dark people like myself, the Bantus. And I'm like, what are you going to do about it? Because I mean, if you are not able to say you're black, you shouldn't fill in any application anywhere, whether it's a passport, whether anything, to put yourself in a box of black, because you don't associate with it. You don't really relate to it. So why would you even, why do you want to be black when you're benefiting? Because saying that, oh, I only have to be black when I'm signing a passport document or a document, that means you only use the word black to benefit. And if it wasn't for that, you would never put yourself in that box. I find that crazy. And this is what a lot of these people, mostly in Northern Africa, are good at. They don't want to associate with anything black. But when black becomes positive, like the way Africa is rising now, you know, with the music, with the entertainment, with the, you know, with the politics right now that is shifting to come into our greatness as a people, they would want to come out and be African. They would want to come out and be black. They would want to come and, you know, benefit in the ribs of being a black person. But they don't believe in it. Actually, they consider themselves more Arab than African, which I find ridiculous because, I mean, with the slavery that is going on in the Arab nations, with their women, especially the women in that community, you cannot tell me that they claim you by the way they treat you. Giving us examples of people from Mongolia, let's say, or people from, let's say, Philippines who are dark-skinned people, or Indians who are dark-skinned. They are freaking black people. That's why they are not represented in the media. If they had these equal rights that you want to give us as an example, I mean, I would grow up knowing that these people had black people. It's only when I traveled that I realized the Philippines, the Chinese, the Koreans, the Indians, those people all have black people. The Arabs, that they all have black people, but they never represent a dark-skinned person or a black person because they still see them as nothing. So as a Somali, really seeing yourself as a Somali, which is okay, but want to come out and only benefit to be a black person is crazy, and it's not something that should be funny to talk about. It really shows the kinds of people that we accept in the community. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I have things that I have going on that are not perfect, but I mean, I will never deny my blackness because I always tell you guys, even in my country in Uganda, I grew up knowing that I am a black person. I feel like the people that come out and say that they are not black, they see probably how the Western media has been portraying Africa, portraying black people in the US, black people in the UK, black people all over. So they feel like if they come and they are put in that box, it's kind of like an insult. Because like they said, black, they consider black as a character. I have never considered being black as a character. Like, how do you even say that? I'm not trying to push anything on anyone, but I feel like the friend that these people are using to disguise the conversation, or I was talking to my friend and they say they are not black, is this man that is clearly seated on the table on this platform saying they are not black. Because you can't make this up. How? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. It's not like they are trying, or it's not like we as a people, as a community, are trying to take away you being a Somali. Like, I mean, I would never deny being a Ugandan. It's like actually waking up and saying, I'm Ugandan. I'm just Ugandan. I'm not black. Yes, I have every right to do so because I mean, I am Ugandan. But does the world just see me as a Ugandan woman? Like, when I move around, people just see me and they immediately know she's Ugandan. Is that how the world moves? I mean, I got my wake up call when I traveled because I was in this beautiful bubble of being loved and being wanted by everybody. When I traveled, I got to realize the reality of how everyone sees me. How everyone freaking sees me. If I, as a Ugandan, I see myself as a black person, how come you, my neighbor in Somalia, don't see yourself as a black person? How? I loved how the interviewer, the woman, was in shock also because she was like, this is crazy and ridiculous. I don't even know how I got these people to be on this platform right now. She was looking at this man like, what are you saying? What are you? Where do you fall? What do you mean? Like, she was confused as well. Just like I'm here right now still laughing about this video. It just doesn't make sense. But yeah, guys, that is it for me in the video. Let me know what you think about this. Yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I am always posting. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.